Hello and welcome to another Thursday afternoon of hanging out with researchers in allied health. Today you've got two social workers, one in Adelaide and one in East Arnhem Land. We're each with, oh no, we are with the same university. I was about to say we're with
Yes,
different universities, but we're actually
everything.
both with Charles Darwin University because they are a university that allows their PhD and master's students to be anywhere. It is totally digital. So if you're sitting at home thinking that you want to do some higher degree by research, get into it because you cannot use not being close to a university as any excuse anymore. So Doug, what have you been doing in the research world this week?
I've actually been working on my environmental sociology and literature review proper document, which I
Yep.
sent through to you, and I'll will be sending through to the supervisors after this meeting.
Yep. Okay.
Because I that way I've got supervision next Wednesday, so hopefully I'll get not expecting feedback per se on that, but they've already got the environmental sociology part. I might get something back from that because I've had that for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I haven't really done that much, to be honest.
Okay.
I've What have I done? I don't know.
Doug, I find that when I get like that, and I think I haven't done much, when
Yeah,
I actually go back to hell, I didn't even open my computer that day. What was going on? Which never happens. I'm just using that as an
yeah,
example. Yeah. But it might not have been, I didn't spend even an hour in my office that day. That's more
yeah.
realistic. And I go, actually, I was deconstructing because
Mm,
I was pacing the house as I was thinking about how can I overlay that particular framework to what I've
yeah.
just read. Yeah. Or how does Doug's words fit into Brene Brown's theoretical framework on shame resilience theory? Or, what.
Mm,
So yeah, you probably do need to think about actually how much time are you doing your
yeah,
deconstruction.
yeah. Work without actually typing, but the thinking and
Yes. Yeah, all
that,
of that
yeah,
deconstruction that nobody else sees, but your mind is still
yes.
going tick, tick, tick. I'm dreaming my stuff now too. Like I wake up in the
I
middle
do a
of the
little
night.
bit of that. And possible future stuff with Flinders
Yeah.
and I've been reading Tara's latest audiobook, listening
Yeah.
to it. I've
Yeah.
got the hardcover as well because that was the only way I could get it.
Academic failure or another one?
Yeah, academic
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't even listened to it yet. Yeah.
Oh, you should. Some of the chapters go for over an hour.
Yep.
Some are shorter, of course.
Yep.
Goes for about 8 hours all up.
Yep. And of course, I will
Uh,
listen to it.
yeah.
I'm I'm still reading. Are you aware that I've started a new channel? No, not a new channel, but a new division on my YouTube channel where
Bibliotherapy.
yeah, so reading 15 minutes every day, trying to help people establish that reading habit.
Yep.
So amongst all of my stuff, I'm just reading this book for 15 minutes a day out loud so that other people can read along to help establish that reading habit. Yeah, so I'm not reading anything else at the moment but my research. And oh, I lie. I'm such a liar.
You like.
Rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yes. What's that one?
This one it comes from the Journal of Rural Studies.
Yep.
Leaching the poison, the importance of process and partnership in working with Yolngu. So that's the people that I work with up
Yes.
here.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh, and I work very closely with one of the authors on this.
Yep.
So I've spent some time reading it and gone, oh my God, this would be so good for Anne Marie as well. Uh,
Mm.
so I'll be flicking it to her, for the frameworks that she's looking for.
Yep.
And this is a metaphoric framework.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Perfect for what she's doing. So yeah, I was reading something else. But also, I just found out today And I don't even know if I told you guys that myself and another young woman, uh, I helped her, but she did the writing.
Yeah.
We've had it accepted at the Australian and New Zealand Symposium in
Oh,
in Sydney in November. So
nice.
she wrote this brilliant paper on mortuary practices,
Yep.
and you know, I had some input into it. She wrote it, and she did a
Yeah.
bloody
Yeah.
good job.
It's 100% hers and sort of, yeah.
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
Mm.
So that's been accepted. So we'll go
Yep.
down to present. And she said that she won't do it without the woman who is one of the authors on this paper as well, because she's a senior cultural woman who's
Yep.
allowed to talk about these types of things.
Yep.
So yeah, the three of us will be going to Sydney in November. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, very nice.
How will you pay for that? We get you need to pay for it?
No, because I don't have sufficient money left in my budget. I'm saving it because I still don't know about paying the editor of my choice.
Yeah.
So I'm saving that last little bit, and I will
Mm.
pay her myself if I have to. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm digging my heels in. That's who I want. No, so I have asked the organisation that these women work for if
Yep.
they will also pay for me or if I have to pay for myself.
Nice. Yep.
But to accept the offer to us to present, we have to register. So we need to do
Yeah.
it fairly soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad timing for me though, because I'll
Yeah.
be
It's so close to when you want to submit and
well, it's submission and holidays
oh
because
yeah.
yeah, we're leaving here. We're flying out of here on the 14th of December to come down your way.
Yep.
So in between those two things, I'll be in Sydney. I'm going back to my old life where I used to travel constantly,
Yeah. Crisscross all over the country and Barcelona brothers.
which then means that I have to do all of these other things to offset carbons. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we got told today that if we want anything reimbursed through university, through the faculty, we have to get our supervisor permission and then the dean of research permission. So need two lots of permission to be granted before we get reimbursed for a book or travel or
yeah,
what.
yeah, yeah. That's how I've always done it anyway. But when
Okay.
the Dean of Research was my supervisor, it was sort of a one-stop shop for me.
Yeah.
And now it turns out that, oh, here comes Anne Marie. Oh, look at that little pea stub
Oh,
there. Hello
Hi,
to
Marie.
you.
hello.
Hello. I'm coming to you in two ticks. I just want to finish a sentence with Doug, all right? All right. Yeah, so as it's transpired, my principal supervisor is now the Associate Dean of Research.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah, but that's a problem for me if they are not going to sign that contract with the editor.
Yes.
Yeah. And he has already said, Megan, was it part of your COC? Well, no, it wasn't part of my COC because at that time I didn't even know that that's something you could do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, things change.
Things do change.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, thank you, Doug. Anne-Marie, so good to see your face. And I loved all of your photographs while you were with your other three researchers.
Yes, yes, it was a very busy but awesome time, hey.
Oh, the brainy bunch was on fire, I reckon. So what's been happening for you since we last saw you?
Well, I've not got much done on my my own part of the project, but I've learned a lot more about their part of the project, and it was really interesting their take on the early childhood centres, in a remote region to what they're used to in city
Yeah.
areas. Yeah, apparently it's really different. They're going to take me to a city one when I'm down there next so that I can see the see the difference. They go,
Be a culture shock, won't it?
what's that?
Won't it be a culture shock sort of
Yes,
thing?
I would say so.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
said the ones here, the kids here were like free range chickens.
Which actually, under the early years learning framework, is a good thing. That's what they
Oh,
encourage.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, how policies in that are in cities don't work in remote areas. Like when in Karumba there's only one educator.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has can only have 4 children and those ones swap around. You know, if somebody can't come, well, someone else comes and that sort of thing. And she doesn't have any babies or anything. She only has
Yeah.
the bigger ones. But it yeah, makes it very different. And then, you know, for qualifications that they get relief staff that don't necessarily have qualifications. So yeah, it's while, you know, their ideals and that. The other thing that I really have had to think about since they left was around language stuff that the educators didn't talk to the kids a great deal in their mealtime and that sort of thing. But um that most of the talking happens between the peers and from older kids to younger kids and that sort of thing. It's not adults to kids. And there's also a lot more non-verbal language and silence that's part of the ways of communicating. And I was talking to my daughter about it, and she's going, you know, like her and her friends used to be able to have like whole conversations across the classroom with just facial expressions and discrete hand um, gestures. Yeah, that not nothing that's out in the open, but yeah, just discrete
Mm.
um, ones. Yeah. So then when you're looking at, yeah, assessing communication, if you're not in tune with what the kids are doing, well, that would look very different.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the outcome of your research because I think it's vitally important. And what you've just said has made me think of a recent conversation I had at Garama with oh, what's her name? Professor Ruth Wallace from CDU, who was saying that they've now come up with some really creative ways for assessing PhDs in normal people. They can
Oh,
assess through their social media, they can assess through their public speaking as part of the assessment to grant them PhDs. So if
mm,
universities, if the academy can do that, why can't our early childhood centres as well?
mm.
Yeah, or our
Yeah.
education system? Yeah. Yeah, so there's got
Yeah.
to be some recognition. Now, Anne-Marie, I'm going to be sending you an article that I found that I'm in love with. It's called Leaching the Poison, The Importance of Process and Partnership in Working with Yolngu. And they use a metaphoric framework for helping Balanda, white people, understand their way of doing things. So as I was reading this, I went, oh my God, this is the framework that Anne-Marie is looking for. So
Yeah.
I'll send,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Thank you.
really
I
interesting.
think I've actually seen it, but I don't think I've read it. So yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about the cycad nuts, which when eaten is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice, but it's poison.
Poison.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it has to be cooked in a certain way, and there's only certain
Way.
people who know how to cook it. And once that process is completed, then everybody gets to enjoy the nuts. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
very
No,
clever.
that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
Yeah.
what I thought with your research too. And then I was thinking in our world, it would be cashew nut because
Cashew nuts, yeah.
yeah, because you can't eat
Yeah.
them off the tree because
No.
they've got cyanide in them just like this nut has as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very interesting. And
Hmm.
the books that I said, did you want a copy of? I'm going to pick up. They don't even sell them here at our art centre. They had to be ordered through the Indigenous Literacy Foundation.
Oh, okay. Yep.
May as well just go ahead. I'll send you the names of them. Go and order them yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Yeah, I was a bit
Cool.
disappointed by that because I wanted them for Indigenous Literacy Day, which we've just gone past.
Just gone, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. So what's been happening just for your research then? You said you haven't done much, but what have you done?
Yeah, well, not a lot at all. Um, so they want to write a paper like with my perspective and their perspective of the remote areas because I'd go into childcare centres as part of my doing counselling and letting people know what services available and that. So I know, yeah, pretty aware of what um they were like. Um so yeah, there's that. So but then they also want me to do one based on my confirmation of candidature. And I've sort of got the two, how to separate the two, because they're all interlinked, yeah, but to sort of focus a bit differently on them. So that's actually what I've been working on today. I've sort of gone back to the confirmation of candidature one and go, yeah, I'll see if I can get that in order first. Um, so that's where I've sort of been um, doing a bit. The lady who's helping me with the ethics stuff is on leave at the moment, so the ethics is on hold. And I've sort of said to them like I'm not too concerned. I'm going on holidays in October. And so when I came back from holidays was sort of when I'd like to start data collecting. So if we can, sort of do the back and forth with the ethics between now and then, that
Yeah,
would be good.
yeah.
But yeah,
And it is quite common for ethics to be returned when you're working with Indigenous people, I believe, based on my
yeah,
experience looking at other people. Like
yeah.
and they always have Indigenous people on the ethics committee, but they always send it back for questions. Yeah.
Yep. And so one of my supervisors has left, and so they're replacing them with one of the ladies who came up um here. So
Last
that
week.
was that, yeah, so that is good. But they're also giving me an Indigenous um well, I can't think of her name, but she's from the Mount Isa or grew up in the Mount Isa area. So and she'll just be 10%, but it'll give me someone who's yeah, on my supervision team.
Social
Uh
worker or educator.
she's been in education is her thing. And I don't think early childhood, but lots of different education things. And she's like, I don't know, pretty high up in the uni system. Not that, yeah, but apparently she is really good um, to talk to. Was why they had sort of chosen her as someone who may be useful.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm glad that you get lots of good support.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they are good. Like Karen is my main supervisor, and she is very busy, and getting her is difficult, but having her come and do the thing up here has been really good. Like we did media interviews and all sorts of things while
Oh, how excellent. Yeah.
while they were here. So yeah.
Yeah.
And had about a 90% sign up rate of parents at the
Oh, wow.
you know, education childcare centres, which was pretty awesome.
Mm.
Because they'll get back in contact with those parents as well. And it's a longitudinal study. So they'll follow up each year and then follow their progress through school. Um,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing for the community as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. It's a very good thing.
Mm.
Is there similar studies going on elsewhere in other small towns or not?
No, they had asked at quite a few small locations, but the because of shortage of educators and issues that places had declined,
Yeah.
yeah, that they've got lots in there's I think 380 families they've got in their study at this stage, and they've been to Townsville and Toowoomba, yeah, and Ipswich and that sort of thing. But yeah, to do somewhere really remote,
Yeah.
yeah. Although someone was who was on a conference I was with yesterday were going, potentially they might be able to go to Kawanyama. So that would be good because it's really different again to um you know, this little cluster of places.
I wonder if the ignorance around Indigenous issues that is just so at the forefront at the moment, particularly after that White Australia
Oh
March
my
just,
goodness.
I know.
That was ridiculous, wasn't it?
But I wonder if those people understood that every group, every clan, let alone every area, but every clan is totally different than the
Mm,
others. But
mm,
they seem to think that all Indigenous people are exactly the same and that they're all doing the same thing. And what the hell?
mm,
What happened in Melbourne was just, in my opinion, was disgusting.
mm.
Really disgusting. Yeah. And the marches were everywhere.
Mm.
Cairns had a well-attended march. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
Doug.
it's one in Adelaide.
Yeah. I hope you didn't have one in the Gulf, did you, Anne-Marie?
No, I don't think so.
No, to my knowledge, we didn't have one in East Arnhem. I don't know about Darwin, but it wouldn't surprise me.
No.
Well, Australia is incredibly and
And
incredibly racist.
yeah,
Mm.
and I don't know that everybody gets what the march was about or what some people thought the march was about. Some people thought it was, just about being patriotic and stuff. And yeah, without,
Yeah.
yeah,
And stop immigration.
yeah.
Yeah. There was a beautiful photograph on Facebook, a meme, where a gentleman who had been to the march and he was all dressed up in his Australian regalia, he was having yum cha afterwards.
Did you see the interview with um, Bob Catter?
Oh,
No, what happened?
Do you know Bob Catter?
Yeah, he's a
Yes.
nutcase.
yeah, he's a bad
He's
hatter.
our representative, all right?
Oh, he's
Um,
your rep, is he?
he is, yes. He
He
and
works for him, do you?
his son is
His
also,
son's also a bit of a nutter.
yes, is a representative. His son's a bit less crazy, but
Yeah.
the Aboriginal people up here call him Bob Mirror because he always says he'll look into it.
Yes.
But he apparently has some I forget what nationality, but has some heritage that's not pure Australian. as we all have.
Mhm.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And anyway, they asked him about it, and he was ready to punch them,
Yeah.
asking the questions. So,
Yeah.
and then there's been these memes about um, yeah, a Chinese bloke doing a bobcatter, and then an Aboriginal guy doing if Bob came from the mish. Oh, from the mission, yeah. Oh, it's pretty funny.
I really
But
like that as Australians we can laugh at ourselves, but
Yeah.
I hate that we have become a racist country.
yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
It's actually, I find it very scary. This is the white Australia policy reinvented, and people just don't seem to understand it. But then maybe people don't know what the white policy was about. Maybe they don't understand our own history when the colonials measured the brains of Aboriginal people, and because they were really small brains, they were seen as inferior. So maybe all of that has been forgotten. Or maybe movies like The Rabbit Proof Fence, people think is just fiction rather than actually
Yeah.
being true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But up here, it's within my lifetime that things began to change up here. So there are still people who it's within their lifetime that terrible things happen with, colonialism. Yeah, and that's why culture here is still so damn strong.
Mm.
Well, my neighbour that we lived beside for a long time, she would tell me about them walking in chains between stations,
Yeah,
and the sad thing was that she would say that life was better then than what it is now because of alcohol and drugs and
yeah,
family stuff. But
yeah,
she was originally from Kowanyama, but
yeah,
walking them in chains between stations and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I don't even agree with all of the convicts that were in chains.
Mm.
And they were people who had done something wrong, maybe.
Grabbed a loaf
Some
of bread.
very little things.
Yeah. Stole half a piece of bread or a handkerchief, but on Norfolk Island, they chained them up. Anne Marie and Slaughter Bay at the front,
Yeah.
so near where the old prisons are. They used to have them working in chain gangs. So the convicts were all chained, and if one person fell off the edge of the reef, the reefs there are made of rock. So they were cutting the rock to make all of the houses. If one fell off, everybody else went with them, and they couldn't swim. They're from England, but they couldn't swim, and they were worth nothing. So why save them?
It's been it's a harsh history, isn't it? And
It's
that's
a very harsh history. Yeah.
and that's when people can't see other people's trauma and that sort of thing, that you sometimes, I think they can't appreciate what other people have been through because they haven't, I don't know, processed their own family trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's easy to project it onto somebody else
Mm.
or to just remove it from yourself, like totally externalize it by blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Denial, blame, projection. Very, very sad. But we each have a role to play in making sure that we don't perpetrate racism or colonialism in our research. Like we can be using anti-colonial strategies, methodologies. Yeah. It's such an important thing to do. It has to start with each and every one of us.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we're all doing our bits. Yeah. So Anne-Marie, speaking of, you being a famous journal article writer now and presenting to the media and all over the place, 57 books published
You
already.
don't sort of go, are you right to do this? They just sort of go, yeah, at
Yeah,
3 o'clock, where
yeah. No, I'm on their side. That's what I'd do to you too, not give you any time to stress about it. It's just now we're off to see the minister now, Anne-Marie.
Yes.
I've just been notified today that a paper that I had submitted on behalf of a younger woman, she wrote it on mortuary practices, and I just did the abstract for her, and I'll help her put some more reflection into it. It's been accepted to the Australian and New Zealand Social Work Symposium in Sydney in November.
All
So
right.
yeah, so that's very nice. Yeah, so we'll go down to that. She's had this week off work because finally Mr. M is in the ground. Like, it has taken such a long time and everybody is so exhausted. This woman in particular, she camped out there for 2 weeks at
So,
the burial grounds. Yeah. And she was the go-to person to help everybody.
mm,
And even I, on the very last day, the day that he was buried, I'd hung on for as long as I possibly could and I was bursting. So, and I knew I had to go. So I went and sought her out and I said, Eleni, is there a toilet here? I can't see a toilet. And she went,
yeah.
"Ugh." So off I had to go and had to pee in the bush. I was looking around for dingoes.
No buffalo,
Yeah, buffalo. Yeah.
wild pigs.
Yeah. Yeah. But that'll be nice. So I'll hand in,
Mhm.
go to the conference with Eleni, fly back, just to pack my bag to fly out again to go and visit Doug. So yeah, it's going to be a big couple of months. And like you, I haven't done an awful lot on my own stuff, not as much as I would like to have because I'm doing everything else at the same time. But Doug's the same, but Doug's been doing lots of deconstruction, like all of the thinking around how things come together.
I also sent through my revised research questions. So I've also done that. So I've sent through 2 lots of pieces to the supervisors so far, and another piece in
Yep.
half hour or so.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, you can send through. Just because I don't respond actually
Oh,
doesn't.
not to you, but to the supervisors. You
Yeah.
guys, I'm not going to write. I'll write something on the weekend, or next week, and I'll send it through. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Anne-Marie, when's Conquer the Corrugations for you?
So the long weekend, that's coming up in October. So
Oh yeah, the old June weekend, Queen's
yeah,
birthday weekend or whatever it is.
weekend, yeah. So I'll head over on I'll head to Cairns on the Thursday, then up to Cullen Archer River on Saturday, on Friday, and then do the walk Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Where and Doug has just reminded me when he said he'll do it this weekend. I went, what am I doing this weekend? Oh shit. Yeah, it's not this weekend, it's next weekend we're doing Conquer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I won't be writing that
So
week.
how far do you guys walk? Is it the same sort of?
15 a day.
Yeah, okay.
Five,
Yeah,
five.
no, we're 20 something.
Oh yeah, but you guys on the Cape, they're just too tough. Actually, it's fair on the Cape because that's where Dylan was from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so always going that little bit further to promote life, I think is a good thing.
Yeah, and it's just the distance between Cowan and Archer Rivers, the determining
Yeah,
um
between
the
drinks.
determin between drinks, yes, yes.
Is it all flat land?
No,
Uh,
it's not.
okay. I thought it'd be pretty flat in
Yeah,
the
no, it's got big dips in
yeah.
it.
Okay.
And that's the first time I drove up there, and we did some at night, but like the bigger the dip sign, the bigger the dip.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you hit them too fast, yeah, it's
Yes.
so good for the car.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah,
And
um,
ours is relatively flat.
Mhm.
Although Paul tells me that don't be fooled. To me, it looks flat, but there is a gradient. I just don't know what the gradient is. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think I will be using the bus a lot.
Yes, well, if I can't, I would like to be able to do it. But like my practice stuff is all on flat land that, yeah. So I don't do hills and things so
Yeah,
well.
I'm with you. I do sand dunes with the dog
Yeah.
to get away from the crocodiles and make sure there's no buffaloes at the top of the sand dune. I mean, what would you do? Crocodiles that side, buffaloes that side. Like shit. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't do the hills. It's just a killer for my back.
Yeah.
Paul does. He practices it. So I'm quite okay about getting in the bus if I have to. So,
Oh,
Doug, you have a bus that travels really slowly and people can just get on and get off if they want. And there's like water and snacks on the bus.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping that my new, oh God, what's it called? The guide, the stay, the post, whatever it is for the double swag that I bought that I snapped when I was trying to put it together to surprise Paul. Look what I did all by myself. I snapped the post. So I'm hoping that it arrives on time and we'll be camping out there too. Yeah.
And you got good shoes?
I always wear good shoes because of my back.
Yep.
So like I'm always okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't spend money on myself because I spend so much on shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yes, I
have,
spent a fortune on shoes because I got really flat feet and
yeah,
bugger knees and back and
yeah. I would love to be one of these people that can buy shoes from secondhand
I
shops.
don't know, it'd be so great, wouldn't it?
Um,
You save a fortune.
Yesterday there was a big festival here for the change of seasons,
Hmm.
and Country Connect was here, and they were actually giving out free shoes.
Oh wow.
And everybody was grabbing them, and I thought, I'd really like
Yeah.
a pair, but I just won't. Yeah.
Mm,
I wear the same shoes again and again and again. I just buy the same ones because I know
yeah.
they work. Yeah. Yeah. And Anne-Marie, Laura isn't with us today because her dog was attacked. I don't know if you saw the email.
yeah, I saw that pop up. Yeah. That's no
Yeah.
good.
And I've had my darling at the vet this morning as well. And he has an enlarged heart.
Oh.
Yeah. He's been coughing every time he drinks. He coughs nonstop and he's lethargic and he pants all the time. So I knew there was something wrong and I thought maybe it was his heart. But then I
Mm.
thought, oh, probably just being silly, just being sensitive, just a big baby. You just want to go home. That's all you want to do. And yeah, I took him and he has a very weak heart beat and an enlarged heart. So he's going to go on to medication for 3 weeks and we'll assess how he is at the end of that and decide then does he need to have something else. The X-ray machine was broken. So at the end of this lot of medication, he'll also have some X-rays just to find out are there any tumors or anything else. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah.
fingers
You
crossed.
have got a vet.
Yeah. The vet's actually from Catherine, and he's got his own. He's a flying vet, so he comes here for 2 days every 2 weeks, I think it is. Yeah, which is great because when we first arrived, the vet quit and left town, and I'm going. I came here, Paul, on the proviso that there was coffee and there was a vet, and there's no coffee and now there's no vet. Yeah. Anyway, so poor old darling, hey. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
You'll, yeah, have to not take him for too big of a walk.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm away for 4 days this next week. I'm going bush with work. So I'll do, because I only work 2 days a week. So I'll be doing my fortnight's worth of work in the 1 week. And as it transpires, Paul will also be away. Paul's going to Groot Island. So we've got somebody coming in to look after the dog, but I would be devastated if my dog died while I wasn't here.
Mm,
I would not handle it, I don't think. Yeah,
no.
yeah, it'd be horrible. And when I'm finished my PhD, I'm going to write papers on important stuff like that. pet group.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so important, aren't they?
Well, it's interesting to me that the four of us have all got and I can count, I'm counting Laura in this,
Yeah.
we're all dog lovers. So
Yeah.
is there something with researchers and dogs? Is it because it's such an isolating activity that we like to have our pets around us? I don't know.
Mm.
Very interesting. How's your big baby going, Anne-Marie?
Yeah, she's good. She's out with Katie at the moment, but yeah, she often is, she'll just sleep under the desk
Yeah.
near me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder if there is a process of osmosis that the dogs pick up some of the research that we're doing, you know. I would love to know. I would love to pick up everybody's research myself through osmosis. Yeah.
Yeah. So how is your completion going? Where are you?
I have
Yeah.
to submit 2 chapters this week, my results and my discussion to my supervisors, but I'm not ready to let it go. It's a bit scary. Yeah. So I'm having to give myself lots of pep talks, and I'm still changing things around. I've had some interesting. It's not really. It's that deconstruction. It's the thinking around the framework of analysis that I think we talked about last time you were here, Anne-Marie. The framework of analysis of what all of my participants have said. Like, how do I know that I'm interpreting this correctly?
Mm.
Greta said, well, you can go back and ask them, but it's a little bit hard when I've got people from different countries. So there was somebody from Ireland, somebody from Jamaica, somebody from the States, somebody from the UK. And quite frankly, I'm not staying up late at night to be able to do all of
No.
it. Yeah. Because once my mind is active, I cannot go back to sleep. So I chose not to do anybody, because if I do it for one, I have to do it for others
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, so I just made the choice to not. And my
And that
argument,
it's your thing of it then. Yeah.
yeah. And if you remember, when I set my website up, all the videos stayed on the website for a month, and any participants could go back in and correct anything. Or add thoughts. A couple of people did actually email me, so that was good. Yeah, so I'm just leaving it at that.
Yeah, yeah.
But Brene Brown does have a new book out. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
Oh, does he?
Yes, yeah. So it's not released in Australia for another few weeks, but I've got it on pre-order through Woolworths, Big W. So it will just be sent to me when it arrives. But she's having a book discussion on it. It's to do with leadership, and it's at some ungodly hour of the morning, like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. I am getting up for that.
There's one lady in America. Actually, she's been in Australia recently because she goes to the childhood trauma conference. And this is the first one I've missed in a long time. They've just had it, but this Kathy Malchiotti goes to it and does stuff, but she also has stuff all during the year, but it's at ungodly hours because she's from the US.
Yeah,
But she's so worth listening to. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah, I find that really difficult. The older I'm getting, the harder it is for me to meet all of those time zones. I really want to connect with the author of this book, Bijal Shah, who was a bibliotherapist, and I've actually already paid for supervision with her, but the only times that she can offer me is 9:30 or 10:30 my time at night. And I'm just not sure that, well, I'm going to have to because I've paid for it. But it depends on what else is going on in my life too, because I'm an early riser, and I have so many things planned in. Poor old
Yeah.
Andrew Griffiths, I'm supposed to meet with him next Thursday to do my book pitch. But I'm going to have to, because I'm now away, I'm bush for 4 days. And there won't, on the 4th day, we're coming back. So there's no way I can do an appointment with
Do
him.
it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to bump him. But he'll understand because he lived in Cairns for a long time and he's travelled a lot of these remote areas. So he knows what it's like. You know, he knows I'm not joking.
It is actually amazing how busy you get with stuff, even if you're not doing a great deal of work. Like,
Yeah.
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 And look, my principal supervisor warned me when I said I had accepted this 2-day-a-week job. He begged me not to take it because he said this is really a crucial time for you. And I've seen so many students where work has leached into their thesis without them meaning to, or work takes precedence over this. And this is your job, Megan. This is what you've got to do. So I do have his words ringing in my ears a bit.
Yeah, Seymour, my partner, keeps telling me, like, I come across jobs and I think, oh, that'd be great to do. And because being part-time, I thought, oh, yeah, I could apply for that. And she says, they focus on study.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
your number one
Yeah.
commitment and
Yeah.
priority.
Did you just say her name?
Seymour.
Seymour.
Yeah.
Spell it.
Seymour.
Is she French?
No,
Seymour. That is beautiful.
yes, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, that is really beautiful. So is she an Aussie girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really lovely. I've never heard that before.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right then, my cherub angels. I shall go
Probably
and
bite my head off for saying that now.
what, saying her name out loud?
Yes,
Oh, well, tell her that I think it's a very beautiful name.
I will.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you both later.
Yeah.
Okay.
See
Bye.
ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.